Good evening. What's up, y'all? G Tae here. Back with another mukbang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Baby's hungry, so we're going to eat. We got some nachos. Baby made some good cheese sauce.
Yes.
We got some good old chips. Tortilla chips. And we got sour cream.
I can just hear you cheesing on the side of my ear. And a good old adult beverage.
Adult.
Ting.
And the crystal there.
That's so good.
Indeed. Let's get into this yummy delicious.
Get into it.
Goodness.
So,
what are we talking about today, baby?
We said, I think before I left earlier today, we said we was going to talk about, like, depression.
Oh, yes, we did say that. All right. So, I've been diagnosed with it before. It was years ago. PTSD symptoms. I'm a vet. I had depression, anxiety, OCD, insomnia. I had a whole bunch of stuff going on. And it was rough. I'll tell you what. It was rough. You had depression before, baby? You been depressed?
I was clinically depressed once before. I didn't take any medication for it, though. Because in the field that I work in transportation. So we're not allowed to take certain things in order to keep our job or whatever. But I dealt with mine because through the current place that I'm working now, they had a service called EAP, and they help you like deal with depression and without taking medication. So yeah, I dealt with it. Mine comes and goes. It's not like something that's like constant, and I thank God, like I can feel the symptoms like when they're coming on, and so then I do stuff to make myself happy, like macaroni and cheese. Makes me happy. So that's the kind of stuff that I do to get me out of the funk that I'm feeling. Happy stuff helps.
Happy stuff. That the VA had me on. It was at least a dozen different medications. Because, you know, it's side effects to every one of them. So, of course, there's some medication for the side effect. And the side effects sometimes is worse than the actual description, the actual illness.
Yep.
And boy, I tell you what. And I was depressed one time. I was unemployed for a little while. Right before I started. I had to change careers. You know, we're both chefs. And so I had to change careers because I was I received a workplace injury with both of my wrists. I got a couple cubital tunnel on both hands and wrists. So they were like, you can do surgery and there's 50% chance that you'll lose the ability to use both hands. And I'm like, oh no. I'm changing careers. But in the meantime, in between time, I was depressed because that's all I know. You know, I know cooking. So, but that's good because that's how we ended up meeting. So, I wouldn't have met my wife.
You say, you know, they say the universe attracts like-minded people to each other. We have so many similarities. It kind of scares me sometimes. Because it's like we so much alike. And we'll be thinking the same thing. And we'll call each other and we'll start talking about it. It's like, I was just getting ready to text you that.
But a lot of times, like, people, when they're depressed, they don't recognize that's what it is. They don't know what it is. You just like stop doing a lot of stuff that you used to like to do. Stop going places. You stop wanting to do pretty much anything but sleep. Like, I remember all I wanted to do was sleep. I don't want to talk to people. I think Netflix was my best friend. I did a lot of Netflixing. And
mine was different than yours. Like, I had what they call manic depressive. So, I couldn't sit still. I was always doing something. Like, I was working myself to, like, exhaustion. But I couldn't tell if I was tired or not. But now I started keeping track of, like, how often I sleep, how much sleep I get. Because I could go days and not even realize that I hadn't slept. Just going. I mean, I'm getting stuff done, but I'm not resting either. And then, like, the overactive brain, like, I'm always thinking. But that's been pretty much my whole life, though, the overactive thinking. But it got worse when I got a little bit older. So that's how mine was. Then I had a touch of OCD.
That OCD is a trip.
It's no joke. I mean, you just can't get nothing right when you have OCD. My OCD involved my security. It was kind of weird. It's like I made sure, like, all my doorknobs, handles. I had to check my locks all the time to make sure my lock that would be pretty much going into, like, paranoid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was cleaning everything.
Making sure everything's
yeah, and it's like I didn't want to touch nothing because I didn't want to put nothing on it. I didn't want to think of, like, I was scared to eat at restaurants.
Oh gosh, that's bad.
Yeah, because of the OCD. Because I didn't know, like, if people was cleaning their hands. I'm thinking, dang, did he wash his hands? Did he cough before he bought my plate? You know, it was a mess. It was a mess. Bad. Yeah.
Mine started when I went to Kuwait. They told us that they had these what they call camel spiders. They're like, what do they call the spiders here? The recluse. They're like brown recluse, but they're bigger. Like, some of them can get to be the size of your hand. And so they told us before we deployed, if you get bit by a camel spider, the poison eats away your flesh. And in order to remove the poison, they have to cut around like 2 inches around the affected area, or it'll just keep eating the flesh. For me, I wasn't really afraid of spiders before that, but all I could think about was this spider. So they told us, to develop a routine to check our uniforms and our boots, especially because it's hot there. They like to hide in shady places, so check your blankets. So I developed a routine for 140 some days, checking all my clothes and my boots and everything. Like, before I go to bed, when I wake up, every time before I put clothes on, take showers. I seen one spider, but I never got bit, thank goodness. So when I got back, for another year or so, I still did the same thing at home. And then, it kind of wore off because I don't have camel spiders here. But I found out about, the brown recluse spider is a similar spider, but it's smaller. And so that really wasn't what sparked it. Once I moved to Texas, I did some research. I wasn't really worried about that, but something else sparked it. And I'm not going to get into detail, but let's just say I had just moved, and the new apartment was a really nice apartment, but there was a lot going on. And so my routine just like automatically popped into my head. I have taped up every crack and crevice in the apartment. I mean, I went crazy. Like, I covered vents. I just took packing tape, like 2 days. I just taped up the whole house, basically, trying to keep these critters outside. And nothing worked. And come to find out, there was a hole in the back of the fireplace. But by this time, I had lost sleep. I was doing the neat freak thing. I was, everything had to be clean. I was OCD for real. I wasn't eating right. And this is back in 2009. And then they told me that I had PTSD. And so I was depressed about that. I had anxiety. And it was a mess. Like, I felt like there was a point where I was suicidal. I called the hotline. And they were like, oh, they really did. The hotline doesn't really do anything. They just talk to you, you know. I guess that kind of changes your mindset. I thought they were just going to be like, well, you shouldn't commit suicide, and, you know, but they just basically have a conversation with you to thwart your thoughts, basically. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, I never had suicidal thoughts. Like, I've questioned when I've been depressed, though, because I always had the crash. Like, it was a mania, and then the crash. So the crash, that's like, I would have more like her symptoms, where I wanted to lock myself in a room, sleep. I would literally take vacation time just so I could stay at home and not have to go out and just sleep. And I would sleep for days and still not eating right.
That's the hard part.
It's like, that's a scary part for me, was the what was I saying? It was the crash. The crash for me was the scariest part. I never had the suicidal thoughts though, but I did have questions. Like, I would say them out loud though. I was like, what good am I? You know, why am I here?
That's a question thing.
You know,
like that.
Yeah, and then I got into reading. What is that? We just had that book over there, but I bought this book. It's by Queen Afro.
Oh yeah, I just put it under there.
Yeah, and she teaches you how to speak life into yourself, and the daily affirmations, all that stuff that I do now.
Yeah,
you just have no idea how powerful you are on the inside. Once you start speaking life into yourself, and then you remove the people from your life that are not helping you. Like, you have to. Sometimes family members, sometimes a job that you're on, or whatever. It may push you over the edge.
Enable all kinds of
stuff. And I thank God that I actually love doing what I do. But it was a lot of family members and a lot of friends that I had to let go because they did not support me. And I mean, it's not financial. I never needed financial support. I needed spiritual support, mental support, like, just to tell me it's okay. Just not call me and ask for something.
Right.
You know, it's like,
give you a hug.
Yeah,
too.
give me a hug or something. Like, but when I met you, I wasn't even super affectionate because I was so used to being by myself, because that's how many people I cut out of my life. I was just used to being, and I was able to deal and cope that way. And she's super affectionate. So that's helped a lot too, because just a hug, a single hug, that just does something for your spirit. Like, it's everything.
It's scientific that it raises like your endorphins and some other chemicals, some good chemicals in your body, like the serotonin. Is that what it is? That supplies the good feelings in your body. It's supposed to increase the amount of serotonin. But you have to hug for like a minute or something, like 30 seconds to a minute or something like that. But I mean, hugs are good. Shoot, I can hug for 5-10 minutes.
Yes, you
I
can
hug all day if you let me.
You get hot and sweaty. You get hot and sweaty from them hugs. Body heat.
Yeah.
Pint-sized body heat.
Okay, look, I'm telling you, I radiate. But yeah, my depression, a lot of it too was the medication. Like, I was just on so many different medications, and then it came up that one of the prescriptions was too high, because for my size and my body weight, it was too high, and that's actually what put the suicidal thoughts in my mind.
Wow.
And so, and it was the antidepressant, which is crazy. It was too high. So I stopped taking the medications. Like, the last time when I was on the port, I didn't do all the medicines. They wanted me to, but I was like, I'm not. I'm doing the spirituality thing. I'm, trying to the yoga and meditation, and then just loving my wife, my gorgeous wife. I mean, I can't be depressed with this woman. Oh my
working out, doing something.
And yeah,
I got a gym membership too.
Mm-hmm. We go to the same gym.
And it helps. It helps being in the gym.
And getting outside.
Yeah.
Getting outside in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
If you just go for a walk, do a cleansing bath, grounding. Remember we were talking about that before. Doing all those things, they definitely help. You don't always have to be around people. Excuse me. You don't always have to be around people, and there's certain people. In order to
feel better, yeah.
Yeah, there's certain people that are not gonna help you. Like toxic people or people that you don't feel good around are not gonna make you feel good. I mean, okay, it's not their job to make you feel good, but if they're making you feel bad, get away from them. Get away from them because it doesn't help you to rectify the situation.
Not at all.
And it took me a little while to get out of that mindset. Like I thought I always had to be surrounded by people. I thought I had to be the center of attention. I had to be, the one getting talking, doing all the talking, all that. I don't. I'm sitting in the corner and just observe. I can just sit in the house by myself and just enjoy the silence. I mean, that's good sometimes too. Just be in a quiet area by yourself.
That helped me a lot.
Right.
And when a baby come out of the room in the morning, sometimes it's nothing really wrong with me, but I like peace and I like to be quiet. Like I got enough stuff I'm thinking about going on in this big old head of mine. And so being in peace and just sitting back and not talking, that, oh my God, that's like the best thing for me. I just like to stay quiet. I'm meditating. I'm doing my affirmations. I need to start doing my yoga again because I really kind of stopped doing that. But I do go to the gym still. But like she was saying, if you're going to surround yourself with anything, surround yourself with someone that's going to work with you and not against you. That is the key to staying sane. Like I said, she took medication. I chose not to. I chose to go the holistic way. And I'm telling you.
It's a huge difference.
I mean, it's and I promised my babe that she wants to go back vegan. So we're going to slowly, because I don't want to drastically do it, but I'm going to slowly transition myself into becoming vegan.
That definitely has a lot to do with...
Because she said her mind, she didn't have like the racing thoughts and all the kind of stuff that I be having. She didn't have that when she was vegan. And so I'm like, okay, it's time for me to stop playing. And I was thinking about doing it anyway. Like, I don't know what stopped me. I don't know.
I started eating meat again. I don't know what happened, y'all. November came. I was like, dang, Thanksgiving's coming up. I want some turkey. Then I wanted some chicken. Then I wanted some fish. I had enough.
These chips good and warm, too.
Chips. Oh, man. This whole, everything good. But, yeah, this was slowly. Last time I cooked cold turkey, December 31st, I cooked cold turkey. This time, I'm going to try to slowly transition now. Because even I'm doing too much sugar. I don't got all this cheese.
She eat a lot of candy and sweets.
I eat a lot of sugar, a lot of sweets.
She got to have, like, sweets with everything.
So I'm going to cut all that back out. So we'll be doing my best, but they'll be healthy.
Thank God I'm not into candy and cakes and stuff like this. I get them, but it's like every blue moon. I like spicy and tangy stuff.
I'm a sweet and salty person, so I got a mint Kit Kat in there. I'm about to tear up after we eat. Yes, I said a mint Kit Kat is good.
I got my beer. Put me some salt in it. That's my time.
Yeah, we're still drinking beer. That's probably not gonna taste good. Maybe later. But you know, if you feel like you're depressed, make sure you talk to somebody. Don't keep those things inside because it's not good I had to talk to somebody. I actually had a team at the VA. I did therapy. Yes, you do therapy. It does help.
It does.
And especially if you're a vet, please go see somebody. I just lost one of my veteran buddies the other day, and he's been battling for years, the last few years that I knew him. And he's gone. And he'd been, suicidal thoughts, and he had a girlfriend, and it seemed like he was happy, and then I just saw on the timeline, he's gone. I don't know, but if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, hey, you can even comment on here. I mean, we can go back and forth or
we'll
whatever.
Do what we can.
We'll help you or find somebody that can help you.
Yep.
The thing is, though, don't give up. Don't give up, because it's not worth it. Like, you feel like you're worthless or useless, or, you're not feeling that great. But imagine all the people that love and care about you.
Somebody needs you. Despite the thoughts that you're hearing in your head. Somebody needs you.
And your parents, your parents or your brothers and sisters or even good friends that you have, other family, you're going to hurt them worse than you sticking around. If you decide it's not worth it, it is though. It is. I mean, even though some crazy stuff is going on right now, it's worse if you kill yourself. It's worse. It's really worse. So, reach out and get some help. If your employer has an employee assistance program, an EAP, call them up. It's free. They have, and they have people that can help you. They have text messaging now, right? Mm-hmm. Text message counseling.
I even signed my nephews up for it.
Just get some help.
I mean, they're not depressed, but, sometimes kids don't want to talk to adults, like the close adults that are in the home. But they on the text therapy. And they being on the phone. So they text therapy and whatever they feeling or whatever they going through. And it's a faux pas in the Black community, I think.
Yeah.
About
definitely.
Depression and mental illnesses and things like that. And therapy. It's like, yes, we are strong people. But even strong people need help.
Sometimes you need a shoulder.
Need something.
Need a hug. Don't need some milk. Don't need that. It's not going to help you.
Everybody needs something. My heart goes out to everybody that's going through whatever you're going through.
Especially this time of year.
I know because I am a living witness that it will get better. And I think I've had a pretty severe case. Pretty severe case. And I'm sure baby's had in her eyes, a pretty severe case. I had a pretty severe case. Like, I think back on, I'm like, dang, how did I even function 7-8 days with no sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was God. That's how I look at it. It was God. And then I did have a few people in my life that constantly spoke life into me. Hey, I'm just calling just to check on you. Man, that feels so good.
Those are
to call me and just to check on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is everything. Oh, I think I ate too fast.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was starving, y'all. Yeah, this is my
starving.
first time eating it. It's 7 o'clock at night.
I keep telling her not to do that.
I be having issues with food, y'all.
The last couple of days, we haven't been having too much good luck eating out, so we decided we're not going to do that anymore.
Not for a long time.
Not for a while. Yeah, because we're not going to get back into that, but...
Because I can feel my stomach hurt.
Right? So, seek help.
Please do.
Hit us up on YouTube.
It's a suicide number. All you have to do is, everybody got a phone, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. And all you got to do is go into the Google search engine and type in suicide hotline.
They will help you. And if you don't want to talk to
amazing people on those lines, 24/7. You can call them and tell them that you ticked off at somebody at your job. Baby, they will talk you off the ledge. Do you hear me?
Literally.
And it's free.
But talk to someone. You gotta talk to somebody.
And I pray that anybody, like I said before, anybody that's going through what you're going through, like, dang, my pants, that's my belt, child, on my seat. Anybody that's going through what you're going through, I pray that it gets better for you. I really do. I sincerely, out loud, you hear my prayer. My prayer is very simple. I pray that it gets better for you. And it's done, just like that.
We send that up to the universe.
It's out there. Peace, love, and light.
Peace.
See y'all later. Can't reach out. See y'all later.